So, last night I had the opportunity to sleep over some of the decisions as far as what I'm going to do with this at this current moment. So, I think I'm going to put the fender liner back. I'm going to worry about doing the wire relocation later. I know it's relatively dangerous because if you do slice through that, it can be very bad, but I don't think I'm going to be going low enough, and I'm still on stock wheels, so I just don't think I'm going to rub through it. However, what I am going to do is I will probably pretty frequently check and make sure that fender liner isn't starting to wear through, and if it is, then I will have to do the harness. The main reason I'm waiting on this is I have this rust spot in this fender, and I'm probably going to end up replacing this fender anyway. I would rather do it all at once and relocate the harness when that fender's off, because I think it will be easier, and I might take the other one off. And same idea for rolling the fenders. I might replace that fender anyway, so I don't really care if it gets messed up. For whatever reason, I just am kind of impatient for this project. I just want to see it lowered, I guess. But I really want to just get the rears on and see what's clunking and really figure this noise out. So I did make the decision to remove the CV axle. I got the nut off. It's really pretty easy because we have the Milwaukee hand cannon. This is like an incredibly powerful impact. So it really rips axle nuts off, no problem. And we'll put it back on, no problem. What I'm worried about is getting the axle out of the hub. Oh, and it went out. She's out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Anyway, brass hammer. Very expensive, very useful. Brass is softer than steel, so it will get damaged instead of the component that you are hitting. I'm a big fan of brass. I want a brass punch next. So the thing is about these rear CV axles is a lot of times the joints aren't made for turning, so they don't really have a whole lot of like, I guess, radial movement here. So trying to push them into itself, you know how you kind of collapse the CV joint to make it overall shorter to get it out. It's a lot harder with rear-wheel drive CV axles.
Come on! I command you to release from the hub.
I'm gonna try and use a jack to lift the knuckle so that it's a little more, I guess, parallel with the diff, and see if that allows this axle to come out. I'm afraid it might be binding because of the angle it's at.
1 hour later, 2 hours later, 3 hours.
Okay, this has turned into an awful day. So you see the little axle, or the little socket that's in the axle. Yep, guess what? It's stripped. So the reason I have to remove it from the half shaft on the diff is so that this will drop down and then I can pull it out, because there's absolutely no way I'm getting it out without doing that. This is the procedure for removing the CV axle. Remove it from the inside first. It also says you need to drop the exhaust. I'm gonna try and fit it through that little hole and just leave it there. But that's completely stripped. We've fought it for probably 3 hours now and it's not gonna happen. So what we're gonna have to do is probably weld that socket in, sacrifice it, and get it out that way. And life sucks right now. I just took a break to get some much needed supplies. I bought a tool that I've been wanting for a long time. It's a Milwaukee M12 stick light. So it's got this cool little hook on it. Okay, it unlatches and you can hold it like that. Pretty bright. Okay. 200 something lumens, like nothing crazy. It's about double what my little stream light, which is my pocket light, does. So I've been wanting a light like this for a really long time. I don't have any like big flashlights that whatever, but I also thought this would be cool for like interior work, because, you know, interior, there's nothing magnetic to like use a magnetic thing too, so you could just like hook that against a rear view mirror or something. Okay, the second thing is these Euros from Arby's for fueling me. Yum. Alright, so we got this driver's side axle out. I just tucked it to the side, didn't move the exhaust, didn't even move it out of the area, but I was able to use this extension on incredibly strong impact to get our little bolt out, or our nut. So now I can just use a pickle fork or bang the control arm, the ball joint, to release, and it'll come out. Okay, finally, this is out. Look at that. Feel it, can hear it. It's out of my life. So, an important difference in these bushings is the sleeves mainly. So these sleeves are bonded to the rubber on normal rubber bushings. On polyurethane bushings, you have this inner sleeve which is not bonded. So basically the bushing is free to rotate along that sleeve. So in the case of these, when you're torquing the bolts to hold the control arm in, you want it to be in a resting position where the car is going to be, otherwise it will twist the crap out of the bushing when there's actually load on it. So you don't have to worry about this with these, and they're free to rotate. And they're polyurethane, of course, so they are a much stiffer material. Additionally, polyurethane bushings need to have a type of grease on it. I believe it's just lithium grease. A good bushing kit will come with the grease, and just use it generously and coat the entire bushing before installing, and bam. Okay, we have prepared the sacrificial bolt. Will be
Dorks. Getting fucked.
Will be used for the
Getting
greater
sent.
good.
What up for that chisel?
Oh, it's right there by the tool.
It seemed as though this was working.
The cold chisel?
The
Grinder.
the grinder. It's like the wheel is really worn down and small, so it makes it hard to get in. Is there any skin exposed? Am I good? Look okay?
No, you got skin exposed.
Okay, here I think. Clear. Oh no, the mask wasn't turned on!
Ow. Okay, let's see.
1, 2.
Watch it not turn.
It probably won't make a revolution.
I'm looking at it right now. It will not turn. Oh.
Fuck it, that's pretty much, okay?
Yeah, it really is. It'll fucking straight crack the joint, dog.
Okay, well.
Oh, it's loose. She's cracked loose. We fucking did it. Alright, pack it up. I'm going home. I'm done for
Same.
This is what things had to come down to.
Yay. This was horrible. But we got it done. We did what we had to do.